So I prefer shiny hunting at the full 1 in 40/96 odds, and in Scarlet and Violet, that means I don't use sparkling power sandwiches. Thankfully, there are plenty of recipes that give encounter power level 3 without sparkling power. Now, some of these are probably not the most efficient recipes, but they all follow the same patterns and aren't too hard to make. Also, I didn't create any of these recipes myself. The original recipes were made by Rurha De Vil, and the Humungo and Teensy variants were made by Absol. I'll link both of them in the description if you want to check them out. So I went ahead and made a graphic for these recipes. Feel free to screenshot it if you want. Each of these recipes uses one unique ingredient depending on the type you're trying to target, one base ingredient, either potato salad, rice, or noodles, and one condiment, either curry powder, horseradish, or wasabi. They also only use one herba mystica because if you use more than one, you'll always get sparkling power. To make title and encounter power level 3 sandwiches, you can use either one bitter, salty, or sweet herba mystica, and a 2-3-3 ratio of the ingredients for that type. The one exception to this is that a sweet herba mystica will not work for the rock recipe. Now the Humungo and Teensy recipes do require co-op, so you'll either need a second switch or a friend willing to help you. To get title, encounter, and Humungo power level 3, you can use any herba mystica but sour, and a 3-6-3 ratio of the ingredients. To get title, encounter, and Teensy power level 3, you need to use one sour herba mystica and a 3-6-3 ratio of the ingredients. But the flying and normal Teensy recipes require one more condiment, so a 3-6-4 ratio. Now, I didn't test every recipe in-game, but I did test every single one in the sandwich simulator that I'll link in the description. And unless I messed up somewhere, the few exceptions I listed should be the only ones, but please let me know if you find any more. You can find all the ingredients you need to make all of these recipes at 2 stores in Levencia, the Equestia supermarket, which is where most of them are sold, and Delicioso, which has the few not sold at Equestia. One really nice thing about making the 2-player sandwiches is the fact that you can use the same ingredients infinitely. I'll go ahead and make an example sandwich here just to show you. So let's say I want to hunt for a dragon type on the right game with Humungo power. So I'll need 3 avocado, 6 potato salad, 3 wasabi, and 1 herba mystica. The way I like to do it is the game that I want the sandwich powers on uses the least amount of ingredients possible. So the 3 unique ingredients, which in this case is the avocado, and 1 of the condiments, so 1 wasabi. And the second game will use the bulk of the ingredients because we're going to end up resetting that one anyway. So we have the 6 base ingredients, which in this case is potato salad, the herba mystica, and the other condiments, so 2 more wasabi. Then you make the sandwich, and after you're done, you close the second game, and it doesn't use up your herba mystica or other ingredients, and you still get the sandwich powers on the other game. You can also kind of do this with only one switch. If you save before you make the sandwich and don't find the shiny, you can just reset instead of using up those ingredients. Obviously though, you'll have to save and use them up once you find the shiny. Now, some of these sandwiches can be a little hard to make, but mainly just the bug ones because cherry tomatoes are so bouncy. Most of the time, I try to put the base ingredients in 3 stacks of 2 and put the unique ingredients on top and in between them. And the base ingredients are usually pretty sticky on the top, so a lot of stuff will easily sit on them. For bigger unique ingredients like tomato, prosciutto, or ham, I usually put those on the bottom and put the base ingredients on top. Also, you don't have to put the top bread on at all because it doesn't affect the powers you get, and it actually makes it a little bit easier to keep all the ingredients on if you just drop it off to the side. So yeah, those are all the recipes that I use for full odds shiny hunting. I tried my best to explain this as well as I could, and I hope the graphic I made helps. If you have any questions or find a recipe that doesn't work, please let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching.